Master the basics yourself. Systemize them for your staff. Optimize outcomes over time, but do them forever. I'm Chris Cooper. This is Business is Good, and one of the hardest skills for entrepreneurs to practice is virtuosity. This is simply a mastery of the fundamentals instead of trying to do every new idea that comes along. Don't worry, I'm going to give you lots of examples as I explain on this episode of Business is Good. High-level performers in golf work on their basic swing for years, but novices buy new equipment. And this is true in most sports. Glassman, the founder of CrossFit, used the gymnastics definition of virtuosity, which is performing the common uncommonly well. For example, a gym owner in our program should work to master their skill in selling their program before attempting to flood their gym with leads and buying marketing. But of course, the siren song that they hear of leads is strong enough to distract most gym owners. Likewise, a gym owner in our program should develop their staff and make them all an 8 out of 10 as coaches instead of employing a few 3s and 1 9. This includes doing evaluations and giving feedback, which are uncomfortable processes that many gym owners forget or ignore, but they should be doing it over and over and over again to get better at it and be consistent, because that's virtuosity. Entrepreneurs in any service business should develop the skill of asking for referrals, nurturing leads, and creating content before even thinking about starting a TikTok account, but most lack the discipline to master the basics because the pull of novelty is so strong. One of the challenges of mastering the basics is that it gets boring. Who wants to do another sales role play when they could shoot an Instagram reel or record a podcast like this? It's tempting to be the first to try and talk about any new idea like artificial intelligence, or to be like the early adopter, or be the most interesting one in your group of friends as you're talking about AI. And this is called the curse of the novice. In a letter to coaches around the world, Glassman wrote, "There is a compelling tendency among novices developing any skill or art, whether learning to play the violin or write poetry or compete in gymnastics, to quickly move past the fundamentals and move on to more elaborate, more sophisticated movements and skills and techniques. This compulsion is the novice's curse, the rush to originality and risk." He went on to describe the novice's curse, which manifests as excessive adornment, silly creativity, weak fundamentals, and ultimately a marked lack of virtuosity and delayed mastery. And this is all equally true in business. Focusing on building a Facebook ads campaign before you've got a consistent sales process means a lot of wasted time on cold leads and poor conversion and burnout. Worse, it's hard to learn to be a better salesperson if the pitch is different every time because the entrepreneur can't see what's working with any clarity. What are the basics that every entrepreneur should master and practice to develop virtuosity in each? Reading their profit and loss statement, asking clients for referrals, delivering their service consistently well every time, selling their product, communicating with their clients, evaluating their staff, building media, and more. It's important to note that mastery of any of these is nearly impossible. But most entrepreneurs can grow their business faster by improving these fundamentals than by adding new strategies and tactics. For example, every entrepreneur should know how to read a profit and loss statement, a P&L. Even basic familiarity will help an entrepreneur understand how their business is doing. But the pursuit of mastery, which is asking questions of their bookkeeper, thinking about how cogs are defined, identifying opportunities, and putting in lots of reps, will grow their business faster than searching for new trends on social media. The P&L should create focus for a business owner, which is the first step for growth. As another example, a business owner who can improve their close rate on sales by 10% will grow their business faster than an owner who doubles their ad spend. Ads take time to ramp up, time to optimize, and they require constant monitoring and tweaking. When they stop giving you leads or slow down, then they have to be retooled and the process begins again. But sales is different. Performing better with every lead will multiply the value of all future advertising that the entrepreneur does. But most entrepreneurs skip from platform to platform. They make little tiny investments in each, and then they move on to the next when their ads don't work. The basics never go away. Mastering them is more important than learning something new, but the pull of novelty is strong. Our job as coaches and mentors is to teach the basics and then revisit them with the entrepreneurs that we serve. Of course, we can't ignore the fun new stuff, but novelty must always be balanced with the pursuit of virtuosity in the fundamentals. What are the fundamental skills that must be practiced and in which virtuosity must be pursued? I'd love to hear from you. I'm Chris Cooper. This is Business is Good. I'd love to have you go to businessisgood.com and click Join the Movement, which will guide you to our free private Facebook group for entrepreneurs where we talk about skill development. I'd love to know what skills you possess and what you want to learn.